Welcome back to Body Harvest.
Hello friends, we're still harvesting bodies. Woo!
This video is going to be all about inconvenience.
Inconvenience? Oh goodness, I'm not ready for this.
We're starting out in the center of a crater?
It looks that way because we had to boat here previously, didn't we?
We drove the Trekker up onto this thing.
That's right, yeah.
Oh, that little door there, that goes into a room that has all the weapons in this level except for the rifle in it.
Well, that's nice. You know, the game wants to make sure you're properly prepared for any violence that's going to ensue.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I remember the that's right, I remember this now. I was there for this video. Yeah, because I remember the skull face, I remember you having to toss grenades inside the eyes.
Yep. Yeah, we're just on the other side of that. In fact, we had to go to the very beginning of this area again to get the Trekker again. Because walking all the way out of here is a nightmare. Oh
yeah, no, walking, I mean, with all the harvesters going to be popping up, that's not okay. What's with the circles in the thing there? Is that just you can go through those?
Yeah, that's another shield portal. But it's a little inconvenient in our current vehicle. It's as though it's foreshadowing that we're going to get a different vehicle later on.
Perhaps some sort of airborne vehicle that may be used to traverse through the skies.
That sounds ridiculous, but it wouldn't be the first time.
That's true. It would not actually be the first time in this game. So if I'm remembering right, so far that little, human meter at the bottom, a harvester hasn't eaten anybody. It's just been you getting a little, what's the word?
Omnicidal?
Rambunctious with the vehiculars.
That works too. I suspect the harvesters might have taken a victim or two, but it hasn't been significant yet.
Might have gotten one.
Yeah, it's going to get significant in this video.
Hold on.
That's what you're looking forward to.
How did the bugs cause the volcano to explode?
You expect an answer to that?
Kind of.
This is a Nintendo 64 game, my friend.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm spoiled. That's entirely possible.
Yeah, I mean, we can come up with any answer we want.
Let's see.
I feel like maybe the bugs are lava-proof, as we're going to see.
Oh, goodness.
So maybe they just went in there and stirred shit up for no reason.
Well, let's see. This guy is saying that the volcano is angry.
Mm-hmm.
How would the bugs anger a volcano based on what we've seen so far? Because, let's see, I'm thinking maybe it could be that the volcano is actually a reasonable being. You know, like, it has reason, it has logic, all that kind of stuff.
They do like to anthropomorphize all the nature in this area.
Exactly, so maybe that's a thing. So maybe the volcano is actually a little bit cheesed off that the bugs are eating its people, which are normally sacrifices of the volcano.
True.
So maybe the volcano's like, hey, you guys aren't paying attention to me, and if you're getting eaten by the bugs, that just means you aren't fighting hard enough.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But then I have to sit here and wonder, like, is the volcano going to spew forth lava to try and claim more people, or is the volcano going to spew forth lava to try and kick these bug jerks out of its territory? Because if it's trying to do the latter, that's not going so well so far, apparently.
Truly, yeah. Seems to be its own third party that is causing even more trouble.
Man, maybe this is one of those. Maybe this is one of those third-party double crosses. Maybe the volcano is like, a secret third angry faction.
Certainly seems that way. It's going to perform that way for the rest of this stage, at least.
And if you like it hot, there's a safe path. Or unless you like it hot, there's a safe path across the lava. I like it. I like it when somebody says, "Some like it hot."
This is also the stage where they decided to put all the jokes in Java, just all in one big lump.
Nice.
So, yeah, expect no shortage of puns and references and just bizarre non sequiturs.
That's okay, you know. I mean, when you have a volcano, sometimes you just gotta make jokes.
Mm-hmm. So the slightly submerged, the solid lava.
Yeah, the land.
Yeah, that is our safe path. So if we follow that, we don't get burned.
But your hovercraft there isn't particularly handly.
No, it's hard to control. Control's the same as the Alpha command when it turns into a hovercraft.
We'll be seeing that at the end of next video, I'm assuming?
Very likely, yes.
More than likely.
Yep.
Oh man, look at those polygons. I can dig it.
I've seen this cutscene probably 100 times in my life.
That's a lot of times. How much have you played this game?
This is the stage that I could never beat when I was a kid.
Oh, did you own this game?
Oh, I owned it. Yeah, I pretty much bought it at release date.
Okay, because I only rented the game, but to hear somebody sing this 100 times, I'm like, ooh, that's whoa, that's a lot of times.
So I've saved this ship more times than I can count. But before we save it this time, we are going to take a quick jaunt into sociopath mode.
Oh, neato. And that's blow up the ship
Yep.
without any assistance. Oh no, you monster! No, stop! Don't! Those people are all aboard. You're literally worse than the bugs because you don't have any reason to destroy them. You're just being a dick about it.
Yeah, basically. So,
New objective: murdered.
absolve your sins.
And then we go into hyperfast mode.
Yeah, I figured we won't want to see this trip back where nothing really happens.
So what's the new objective after you kill everybody?
Well, this is technically an optional mission, so the new objective is the objective we're going to get after we save the people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's okay if the people die is what I'm hearing.
Exactly. It just adds 25% to your people killed meter.
Yeah, that is a good chunk. I just noticed that. So many of our people dead. This is awful. This is the worst. Uh-oh, the man in black.
Dun dun dun.
Oh man, it's Black Adam and William all over again. Poor William Batson couldn't even save the ship.
Now we really have to ask who the bad Adam is.
Oh. Oh man, the layers.
Yep.
Okay, so but this time around we're gonna save the boat.
Yes. Actually, before this recording, I had never seen what happens when you kill the boat and then talk to the guy.
Interesting.
It's actually pretty easy to save the boat. So, also, if you don't save the boat, you either die in the middle of the lava pit, or you can ride the airboat back, but the airboat only has enough gas for 2 trips. So once you get back, you're stuck.
Yeah, that could be irritating. So it forces you to drive the lifeboat. At least it's not like an escort quest. Because the game forced you to drive the boat, or if the game forced the AI to drive the boat, I could see that being a lot more of an issue.
I don't think the game has enough, like, technical ability to handle an escort quest.
It probably didn't have enough AI for that.
Yeah, that's why Adam does literally everything in the game.
I can understand that. So it's pretty much just, once you see the boat there, you have to hop in and they have to drive it to not the volcano.
Mm-hmm.
How far away is not the volcano? Is it just this little harbor here?
Yep.
Oh,
Very simple.
That's fairly simple, actually.
Yeah, and that new objective there, that is the same thing that happened when we blew up the ship, which is to get around Mount Ruarua, the volcano.
So basically the only difference between saving the ship and destroying the ship is driving it. Otherwise it's the same objective.
Yeah, it wastes some time and it gives you a massive penalty to your humanity meter.
Is that, for lack of a better word, humanity meter?
Yep, that's just what I came up with off the top of my head. Seems like a succinct way to describe it.
That'll work.
Now we get to claim our prize because we did good.
Oh, so you do get a prize.
Oh, hell
so
yeah.
you get to go inside the thingy and that chest that's been locked this entire time.
Yeah, this guy's a man of his word.
Nice. We thank you for your aid, warrior. That black asshole was wrong this entire time.
Yeah, it's interesting that he doesn't bring up the Black Adam at all this time.
So yeah, it's weird. I'm sort of sitting here wondering what the story is. Like, what did Black Adam say that would cause the villagers to possibly turn against him, aside from saying, "Hey, I'm black, trust me."
Yeah, it's interesting that he's not just here to kill everybody. He's actually attempting subterfuge and, political espionage.
That's a little strange, yeah. Like that's layers I didn't expect. Like, what exactly is Black Adam's idea here?
Yeah, it adds a lot of depth to the character that I was not prepared for.
Like, normally the guy's just here to be a dick. He's just like, hey, I'm gonna show up, punch your stuff in the face, or blow up the bridge that you're conveniently going across, or blow up these airplanes. But if Black Adam is actually like, see, never having finished this game, and I'm assuming you have, considering you owned it. Like you said, you've seen this 100 times, and I'm assuming you've gotten past this area.
Not until very recently.
Really?
Yeah, this was the stage I could never beat when I originally owned it.
And it's not because of the lifeboat section, it's because of something that happens later.
Oh yeah, something coming up pretty shortly.
Okay. Okay, let's see what a young teenage you was too dumb to figure out.
Oh, by the way, after we dropped off all the people from the lifeboat, we could have gunned them down while they were swimming into the safety.
I did notice that. I did notice you aiming for them.
We still would have successfully passed the mission and gotten the reward, even if everyone died.
Would it have been the same humanity hit?
Probably not. It's a 25% hit if we fail the mission.
Yeah, but if you just kill the people individually, maybe it's not as much as 25.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Huh.
Makes you think. Maybe we should have.
Makes you think.
So, save time, we're going to take our very low-gas airboat to the next checkpoint of this level.
See, I can appreciate at least that the thing works on land and also on the water.
It's pretty convenient.
I don't know why I can appreciate that, but I can appreciate it.
It's cool whenever a vehicle does that.
It seems silly, but it works.
Pretty sure a real airboat, or at least a real hovercraft, can do that.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure a real hovercraft can do that. I've watched enough Jackie Chan movies to know that much.
Now it's stuck and out of gas.
Yeah, it's pretty much done. It was nice while it lasted. Goodbye, airboat.
Yep. And now we're at the blood-red summit of the mountain.
Are we gonna toss a virgin in? Oh, it's Black Adam!
He's gonna toss us in.
Uh-oh. Unprepared this time. What about last time?
Well, last time, he just blew up our potential means of progress.
Yeah, last time he just blew up our airplanes, right?
Yep.
And the bridge.
The bridge and the airplanes. This time, he's sending 1,000,000 bugs at us.
And see, now I'm sitting here wondering, and me not having played the game, well, me not having finished the game whatsoever. Who is Black Adam? What is he?
Yeah, it's intriguing.
It kind of is. Like, I'm genuinely curious now.
That's real bad news when you fall off the mountain, because there's lava underneath.
And fall into the lava. Not just fall off the mountain, but also you fall into the lava. And you said the bugs were immune to lava, right?
Oh yeah, they're just walking through it.
Bunch of jerks. So, see, that's why I'm sitting here wondering, like, let's assume the volcano is a reasoning being. Like, you would think maybe realizing, oh, this isn't working against the bugs, maybe I should stop this. Or maybe the volcano is just, like, so angry at everything that it's just like, screw it, we're covering the land in lava, we're doing it, this is happening.
Yeah, I think it's a nihilistic volcano.
Could be. Like, I've heard a lot of attributes given to what's the word, facets of nature, but nihilistic has never been one of them.
It's pretty uncommon, but this volcano is only interested in destruction after it created Java in the first place.
I mean, I kind of sit here and think, maybe if they're calling this a nihilistic volcano, maybe it's like sometimes they like to give parts of nature genders too. Would it be a woman? Because that's how. Because sexism.
We're getting into no one lives forever territory now.
We're not ready for this.
I think we've called out Rockstar enough on their sexism.
That guy took a chunk out of you.
Oh yeah, these melee bugs are very dangerous, especially the green ones with the scythe hands.
Yeah.
Their only purpose is to get right in close to you and then do like a quarter of your damage every second.
And then some of them just spit out blood at you.
Yeah, those are the new enemies, the blood bugs, I call them, because they don't have a name.
Okay, I was going to say, are they actually called blood bugs? Because that seems oddly appropriate, but...
Yeah, none of the enemies we meet for the rest of the game are going to have names. The manual
What?
only lists the names for the enemies from Greece.
Only for Greece? What? That's insane!
Yep, it's a ripoff.
Like, don't they even have a, wouldn't they even have names listed in a strategy guide?
Possibly. It's hard to get your hands on the strategy guide anymore, though.
I would imagine so, because this game came out a good, 17 years ago?
This would be the 20th anniversary of when it was made.
No! It was 1996?
Yeah.
Gosh.
It actually came out in 98, though, so.
Okay, so I was closer, like 18 years.
Yep.
Sorry, we just dated the LP.
It's pretty dated. We made a bunch of Trump jokes in the first video.
We did. Joke's on us.
Yep. Oh, well.
Hashtag vote Trump. He'll defend us from the bugs. He'll build a wall around the time.
So, that path up to the statue is where I died the most when I originally played this.
Because you have to go up on this hill, or...?
No, I would fall off into lava most of the time. The bugs are incredibly dangerous.
Okay, the one we were just on. Okay. Yeah.
And then when you get up to the statue, there's no way in. There's nothing to do there.
And then it looks like they're killing a bunch of people.
Yeah, and then the harvesters show up. It is a nightmare. It's so incredibly stressful.
That's a little rude. Hold on, is that... There's just one harvester wave, right?
No, there's two.
There are two.
Both
okay,
of those red arrows indicate a harvester wave.
Ooh, how rude! Man, are we gonna see a mutant? Is this happening?
Probably, yeah. There's two harvester waves going on at the same time.
What a rude move. This game just like... Okay, so once you get up that hill, then the game's like, oh, you think you're smart, you think you can dodge the volcano, huh? How do you feel about two harvesters, Dick?
Yeah, I think this is part of what Black Adam was talking about when he said he's not pulling any punches this time.
Yeah, man, Java just got serious.
We're at low health from fighting all those enemies, and originally I played this level on hard difficulty, because even in the US manual it says that you have to complete the game on hero difficulty in order to get to the last level.
Right, yeah, because remember games used to do that.
Yeah, supposedly that is not true of the American version. We're going to find that out later in this LP, but to the best of my knowledge, that is not the case anymore.
Yeah, because I was noticing your humans munched count has been going up, and I'm like, hold on, that's the only thing that normally causes those humans munched count to go up is harvesters, right? Mm-hmm. Unless you happen to run over somebody.
Yeah, or stray bullets from the bugs can also kill people.
And that'll count?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? Casablanca? Okay.
God damn you, Bogey.
Like, is that... Like, if his character art is also Bogey, that would be perfect, but... I'm pretty sure that's not, I'm pretty sure that's not Bogey right there. Pretty sure that's not Bogart.
Yeah. That was probably a little too copyrighted.
You know, man can dream. It's kind of like in Metal Gear 2 when they had Sean Connery and what's his name? Kurt Russell? Was that the other image in Metal Gear 2? I don't recall.
I believe it. A lot of Metal Gear 2 was about Escape from New York references, so...
It was. But I specifically remember in the MSX versions you had, like, whenever Big Boss would pop up, it was Sean Connery, period, dot.
Dear God.
Well,
That was before the days of copyright infringement being a big deal.
Well, I don't know. It still seems to be a thing where they're like, in Japan, they just don't take it as seriously.
Yeah.
Who knows?
As the harvesters get really close to becoming mutants...
Mutant detected.
Yeah.
Ruh-roh.
What you've been looking forward to. The bar turns red and starts flashing as he...
I did notice that. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And here he is.
There he is.
Ooh, look at that guy. And physics. Whoa.
Yeah, luckily he screwed up and got lost. Because while he's jumping around, he tries to jump on you. That'll one-hit kill any vehicle you're in. And then if he jumps on you as your as Adam out of a vehicle, you die.
So you'll just get goomba'd.
Yeah, precisely. Actually, on the lower difficulty, it only does about 90% of your health in one hit.
Which is still a significant amount of health.
Yeah, on hard difficulty, it's a one-hit kill.
Okay, so we've finally seen the mutant, and I gotta tell you, I'm not that impressed.
Yeah, they get exponentially more difficult in each successive level.
Okay.
A mutant in Greece is actually a non-issue. And a mutant here is a pretty big deal. A mutant in America will kill you every time.
Oh.
Yeah, and I don't even want to think about a mutant in Siberia.
I'm gonna guess that you haven't been that far yet, but are we gonna see a mutant in America?
Maybe? It's much more likely, because there's a lot more harvester waves in America.
I could see that, because we saw this one, you know, Black Adam says, hey, we're gonna have fun now, and then suddenly, oh, how do you feel about two harvester waves? And it feels like if you were, honestly, if you were more on the ball, you could have prevented both of those.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a small chance I wanted to show that off.
Some humans might have gotten munched, but you would have been able to prevent either one turning into a mutant.
Yeah. And to think about that second Harvester wave that we just finished off, the one that didn't turn into a mutant, there's only 7 people in the village that he's attacking.
So he probably doesn't even have enough people to turn into a mutant.
Yeah, it's impossible for him to turn into a mutant.
Okay.
On the lower difficulty. On the higher difficulty, he does turn into a mutant.
Yeah, because possibly as the difficulties go up, the requirements for being mutantized go down.
Exactly, it requires 6 humans to be devoured on hero difficulty.
Nice. Okay, so here we are back where we started, before all the Harvester stuff happened.
Mm-hmm.
Crossing this volcano bridge again.
Yep, this time with a vehicle, which is a little more convenient.
Yeah, I could see that. Not having to walk this way would, or possibly talk this way, would make a difference.
Yep.
That's a dumb music reference.
I got it.
And so remember, we were up here, and you were walking around the base of this statue.
Yeah, and there's no way into the structure, even though it seems like there should be.
It seems like there should be. Normally, if a game gives you if this game gives you a structure, normally there is a way into it.
Yeah, there's, I think, 5 other mountaintop structures that you're intended to go into that look almost identical to that.
Exactly. Like, so what are you doing now?
This time we fell off of the mountain and we landed on this gray thing. What could it be?
A tunnel, perhaps?
Yeah. This is the solution, and I believe I never found this when I originally owned the game.
I don't blame you. Normally the game... So far at least, normally the game is somewhat clear about, hey, you have to go this way, if it's not always clear about how you do that.
Yeah, this is just out of left field.
Like, I hate to give this game any credit, but normally it's at least fairly clear about, hey, you need to go here and do this. It won't exactly tell you how to get there, but you have an idea what you're supposed to do. So I remember there was that villager with the Javanese queen talking about you needed to get the Rua Rua idol.
Yeah, that's Captain Bogey.
Yeah, Captain Bogey. That's exactly right.
Demands the priceless Rua Rua idol to ride his ship.
So you would sit here and think if you're going to see this, gigantic monument on the mountaintop, then you probably walk into the gigantic monument on the mountaintop.
Mm-hmm.
But instead you go to the base of it, and that's out of all the mountaintop monuments in the game, this is the only one that requires you to go into the base. It's a little strange.
Yeah, not only that, but the entire area leading up to the mountaintop is covered with lava if you fall down.
Yeah.
And you assume that if you fall off the mountain, you fall into lava because that's what they've taught you.
Yeah, so how are you supposed to get to that area normally? Is there a way to drive up to it, or is it you just have to fall off?
You have to fall from the mountain to that spot. It's their anti-sequence breaking measure.
That is stupid.
It's very stupid. This is why I've never completed this level.
That is the worst.
Yep.
And of course the Javanese queen is just another lifeboat, just in a different pond of water.
Yeah, it sucks. And he demanded a priceless idol for it. From the native people of Java.
That's...
Now some jerk who makes Casablanca references has it.
Perfect. That means nothing will ever go wrong. Thanks, Bogart, you saved us. I keep wanting to say Hogart, I don't know why. Maybe I've been watching too much The Iron Giant.
Never too much.
Okay, oh, Black Adam's back. He's like, oh, poor Billy Batson thinks he can go Shazam, but now it's time to get serious.
Yes, indeed. But he makes us an interesting offer.
Do you have the option to join him?
Well, we could, I guess, jump out of the ship right now and leave the world to ruin.
I don't think that counts.
Yeah, technically. Really, it's the option I took when I originally played the game because I never beat it.
Yeah, no, I could understand, ooh, that was a good chunk of damage you just took to your hindquarters, to your stern.
Yeah, luckily the lifeboat has a lot of health, but you don't want to let that guy live.
It's right there in the name, lifeboat.
Exactly.
Has a lot of life. Because this is one of those things where, like, if this was a more recent game, it would probably give you a non-standard game over there.
Hmm.
Like if you had the option to choose to join Black Adam.
Yeah, that would definitely be interesting.
Though I guess that raises the other question of, I mean, if regular Adam joins Black Adam, then what happens?
makes you think either the world explodes from matter and antimatter meeting, or the opposite, yin and yang.
Maybe the game just wasn't ready. Rockstar DMA design wasn't ready for that level of for that level of decision making.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the first ever 3D console games ever developed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially these open world ones. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much the first console open world game.
Yeah, because just recently I've been playing Mad Max, the video game, and it's a lot more polished, that's for sure.
Hard not to be.
It really is, but over time, after Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, San Andreas, 4, and 5, they had time to figure out what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. They were playing with fire here. They were Prometheus.
Well, and that always happens. Once in a while you have these games that that harvester takes more than one rocket. Good for him.
I love the cute little animation that Adam has when he fires the rocket.
He's like, I didn't expect that.
Can't handle the recoil.
But it's one of those things it's nice to see is, the first time you see any game like this, like, I'm trying to think, what was the, whoever made the first-person shooter, which I'm gonna guess was Wolfenstein.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, probably Wolf 3D. Obviously it was a big hit, but at the same time, you're not sure if it's going to work to start with.
This little structure here, that leads to a very, very, very long path, at the end of which is a bonus rocket launcher that we can go pick up, in case we were in sociopath mode.
Okay, but you don't currently need it because you currently have a lot of rockets.
Yeah, it's for if you failed the Save People mission.
Oh, because you got the rockets from saving people.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Ooh, a wretched hive of scum and villainy. Hold on, Mos Eisley Village, Mosey Isle Village. I like it.
I warned you. It's all references from here on out.
I like it.
It's not bad, though. I do like the writing in this level.
Like, I should sit here and, be facepalming or something and going, ugh, but truth is, I like puns, so...
Yep.
I appreciate Mosey Isle Village.
This is sort of how they wanted the entire game to be. They wanted it to be very silly
and campy. A little more lighthearted.
Yeah, exactly. But Nintendo said, make it more badass to appeal to the teens.
See, and that's one of the things I'm surprised about, is because Nintendo's always been a little nervous about doing adult games.
Yeah, that was their whole thing with the Nintendo 64. They were going to change that image, and then they really, wimped out on it. Went the
because remember they had, because remember in the 64 they had Nightmare Creatures, they had Resident Evil 2. Mm-hmm. They had a good couple games, but even on the Wii, I know they haven't gone too far down the road of let's get serious. I think. The only game I can think of that comes to mind is Mad World. Which there is recently an LP of, and somebody beat me to it, which, hey, good on you, Arclight Borealis.
Yeah, he did it right. There's still, you could do a voice LP of it, which ruins the atmosphere of the game, but...
You lose a lot. It's kind of like, I think I mentioned to you I was looking at doing a Godhound LP, but then somebody just beat me to it in the best possible way. There's no way to improve upon that LP.
He is
Godhound.
Alexander.
He is Alexander, that's exactly it. If I was going to make a competing LP, it would be, I'm not Alexander, and a God Hand LP for the rest of us.
That's the little pickup quote for the orange in Enter the Gungeon, too.
I have been playing that game. Did you pick it up?
Yeah, you got me hooked on it.
Yeah, because they have the gigantic orange from God Hand, and it says, I'm not Alexander. It's great.
It's actually really screwed me up while playing this game, because none of the guns have to reload. But after 2 seconds of shooting every gun, I press the B button to try and reload.
I just recently had a game where I had the Cog of Battle, which is like Gears of War, so you have an active reload that gives you a damage boost.
Yeah.
So it's even more reload action. And then I made it to Bullet Hell and died.
Contents of Lava Pit.
Are you serious? Lava Pit contents may be hot. Get out of here, game. Nobody likes you. I can appreciate jokes like Mosey Isle, but lava contents may be hat. Shut your mouth.
I warned
you. Come on.
Damn you, Java Lava.
Maybe that's the entire joke. Java's another name for coffee, which is typically hot. Mm-hmm. Ho ho.
I'd believe it.
What? Oh my god! What is this?
This could have been the entire game if Nintendo hadn't interfered.
I would have been so happy, because, like, if it wasn't such a strange tonal shift, it would be perfect. But it's like one of those things where you've had the entire game up till now. They've done, like, this serious, bugs are nasty, bugs are killing us all. And then suddenly, transmogrification may not be satisfactory.
Yep.
So it's... I'm kind of wondering if, like, the people who playtested this at Nintendo may have had the same problem you did, where they never got this far in the game.
Yeah, it's confusing. I know for a fact that Shigeru Miyamoto himself demanded that they tone the violence down after they kicked it up in the first place, at Nintendo's behest. Or they wouldn't release it, and then they didn't release it.
And this was back in 96, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Or 97 at least.
96, and then it got delayed to 98.
Yeah, so let's say 96, they pitched the first scene, people were like, this isn't violent enough, could you pick it up a little bit? And then in 97 they said, maybe too violent, could you tone it down just a tick?
Yeah, the development of this game is just a hilarious catastrophe.
Wow, that's...
Yeah. Not only in terms of them getting jerked around by Nintendo, but also they didn't really know how to develop in 3D. They'd never done it before, and hardly anyone had.
This is one of the first times anything along these lines are happening.
Yeah.
Like, even just watching this game, I can see sort of the prototype for Grand Theft Auto 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were chugging along on this game for months, and then they got a look at Blast Corps, which was Rare's effort at the time for Nintendo 64's launch.
But that one was more just 3D with a open world bent, not so much open world game itself.
Yeah, it was definitely level based, not open world. But they saw what Rare was working on, and they were like, "Holy shit, we can't use sprites for this game." So
yeah, because if you're just talking about aesthetics, I do notice a similarity between Blast Corps and this game.
Every Nintendo 64 game looks similar.
Yes, let's be fair. When you've only got 64 bits, you can only go so far.
Yeah, they're all working with gigantic polygons. Only so much you can do.
It's one of those things that's just weird to see and think. I mean, like, Nintendo said they wanted their game to be sort of serious, and then they toned back on it. Like, I wouldn't have such a big deal if the entire game was like that. Like, if the entire game was like that, I would love it.
Oh yeah, me too.
The horror, my swamp fever medicine.
Yeah, we got him his medicine, and he's still gonna die. I don't get it.
Hold on, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the horror, isn't that the Heart of Darkness reference?
Yeah, technically Apocalypse Now is probably what they're referencing, but that's a adaptation of Heart of Darkness.
Yeah, okay. Because I remember reading that in high school. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
I don't remember enough of it, but I'm pretty sure I remember the horror coming from it. So I'm like, this is the entire thing where, like, all the references come to roost. And like I said, if the entire game was like this, it'd be a different story. But instead, you just had this weird tonal whiplash.
Yeah.
Like, you had the entirety of Grease, and then you have this to come to terms with it, and everything just kind of goes strange.
Yeah, it's nuts. There's really no way to forgive it. You just got to go with the flow.
I will flow with this. I will manage.
Indeed. Now there's these cool new manta ray enemies. They're useless because our ship is awesome.
So, are your torpedoes ramping up out of the water and just hitting anything on land?
They seem to be firing from, like, side-mounted cannons.
Yeah, so maybe they're not actually torpedoes. Maybe they're more like rockets.
Yep. Either way, they're ridiculously powerful, and they kill everything.
They seem to do a hot bit of damage. And there's the processor.
Yep. Firing doodlebugs at us. Someone in the thread mentioned that doodlebugs are not only a type of bug, but they're also a type of guided missile that was developed in World War II.
That sounds right, actually.
So, double reference. Very clever.
It may not have been intentional, but nice. I like it.
One of those references was intentional. Maybe not both, but...
Maybe not both, but we'll accept at least one.
Here we are, farther than I ever made it in hundreds of hours of playing this game as a kid.
Goodness gracious. It's time to get serious.
Yeah. And indeed, the next stage is somehow much, much more difficult than this one.
Are you serious? Gosh.
That America is much more difficult than that.
And then there's Siberia beyond that.
I can't even imagine Siberia.
I mean, as Skippy Grinnell would say, "Gosh, a Rooney." Just to channel some Canadian in this. It's good.
Oh, there's been Canadian, and there will be plenty more in this LP.
If only one of the stages was Toronto, then it would be perfect.
Oh yeah. Strangely, they never go to specific cities. They only go to very wide areas.
Yeah.
For example, America.
Siberia.
Yep.
Greece. Where in Greece? Meh, who cares?
Very
Just
non-specific.
Greece.
That's how they get away with being so ridiculously inaccurate with all their geography. So, job well done. It was well worth it. See you next time.